Alright, good evening everyone!
Hi everyone! Welcome to daldalang walang curfew.
Usapang hindi nala-lockdown. Welcome to
QuaranTalk.
Quarantalk! Hi Aya! Happy brand new week sa'yo.
Hi Jules! Happy Monday! It's Monday again.
Yes, it's Monday again and Agosto na po mga kababayan. Alam mo ba Aya, sa pamilya namin kapag August, nagsisimula na kami mag-decorate ng Christmas decorations. Hindi ko alam sa nanay ko kung ba't ang aga mag-decorate.
Sa amin naman, it's a birthday season dito sa bahay. Happy birthday sa kapatid ko na matamatanda na. Okay.
Okay. Ayan.
Yeah.
So, syempre, Eya, sinisimula natin lagi ang ating mausapan sa mga usapin patungkol sa COVID-19. Kaya naman, simulan natin yan dito lamang sa latest news. Alright, Eya, ano ba? Ito na pala. Ako nga pala. Okay. Yes, ang total. Right. Ang total cases po natin ngayon ay pumalo na sa 106,330. Ang total cases. Active cases po natin ay 38,405. Death toll po natin 2,104. At ang ating total recoveries at 65,821. Anong balita sa'yo, Ea?
Ngayong araw, nadagdag dyan yung 3,226 new confirmed cases. 46 deaths were also added there. At 275 patients naman ang naka-recover na sa COVID-19. Kaya nga, pero yung total cases natin, Jules, ng 38,405, yan na ang pinakamataas sa ASEAN.
Right. Ipakita natin kasi may nakuha rin tayong clip from the ASEAN Post. So, ito po ang lagay natin sa ASEAN. Ayan po. So, gaya na sinabi ni Eya, ang active cases na ungusan na po natin ng Indonesia, 38,405 tayo. At ang total cases, medyo malapit na rin sa Indonesia. Siyempre, magandang i-compare din natin yan sa number of population. Indonesia ang pinakamaraming population sa buong ASEAN. Pero ito na po ang lagay natin as of today. And of course, Eya, i-connect na rin natin to sa naging balita mula kagabi yun, di ba? Nang ipinresenta sa biglaang meeting o pagpupulong sa Malacanang kung ano na nga ba ang lagay ng COVID sa ating bansa. Kaya naman, kaugnay na rin sa pakiusap ng ilan sa ating mga medical frontliners, ito po ang naging desisyon kagabi. Ang Metro Manila, Laguna, Cavite, Rizal at Bulacan ay under modified enhanced community quarantine starting 12 midnight po mamaya, August 4.
Kagabi ba yan, Jules? Sabihin ko sana, baka kaninang madaling araw
Tama,
lumabas.
kanina lang po yan.
Kaninang madaling araw po. But okay, so again, modified enhanced community quarantine na po, starting August 4, starting midnight tonight. Also, ano ba ang ibig sabihin? I-recap lang natin, no? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng MECQ? Panimula, ang MRT-LRT operations po ay hihinto ulit for the duration from August 4 to August 18. Kasama na rin dyan yung iba pang mga transportation. So, limitado na po ulit ang transportation. Huwag po kayo umasa muna sa mga public transportation sa panahong ito. And remember that we will be in strict home quarantine at limitado lang ang paglabas sa pag-purchase o pagkuha ng mga essential goods. Jules.
Right. And of course, binalik din ng IATF itong ilan sa mga reminders from our MECQ before. So nilabas dito yung sa population, yun nga po, strict home quarantine. Sa mga exercise, sa mga gusto pa rin maging physically fit, ang allowed lang po ay outdoor walks, jogging, running, and biking. Sa gatherings, of course, mass gatherings are not allowed. For religious activities, not more than 5 persons ang pwede. Sa schools, of course, no face-to-face. Transportation, tulad nga po ng mga binanggit kanina ni Eya. So yan po ang latest patungkol dito. Pero balikan din natin ilan, Eya, sa mga nabanggit mula sa meeting kahapon. Actually, nilinaw kanina ni Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque yung nabanggit ni Pangulong Duterte. Pero syempre, naging kakaiba rin naman yung response ng ating ilang mga netizens dito. And I quote, sinabi niya, ibinigay natin lahat ng gusto ng mga frontliners dahil kinikilala natin kayo bilang bagong bayani. Pero tingin ko dapat sagutin nila, why was the president the last to know about their demands at ipinaalam muna nila sa buong mundo bago nila ibinigay kay president yung gusto nila mangyari. Eya, ano ang take mo dito?
Kailangan po ba private message? Hindi. No, I am just wondering how the communication went because I think it's very usual for even for different groups to release statements in public through different media channels. May mga press releases sent also. I don't know exactly what happened in this case, but I believe it reached the authorities the proper way. And na-appreciate din naman natin na after hearing the clamor of the public on social media everywhere regarding this concern and appeal of the frontliners, nakita naman natin at sunod-sunod din yung pag-assure ng ilang government officials saying that they are having meetings. I think it happens over the weekend, di ba? May mga meetings and consultations until it reached the president. I have no context as to what the spokesperson meant by wishing that it reached the president directly, because isn't it just proper if it was just coursed through the secretaries or the agencies
Yes.
concerned?
Yeah, precisely. Dito natin nakikita na merong gap sa communication mismo, dito sa crisis management itself. Because as early as March, when the lockdowns were on place, 'di ba? Marami ng mga sentiments itong mga frontliners natin on how to deal with the problem. And it's been more than 5 months na naka-lockdown tayo. Tapos dito natin makikita na parang tinatanong pa kung ba't pa pinasigawan sa buong madla yung concerns ng ating mga medical frontliners. But from the very start, alam ito ng DOH. So obviously, there's been a gap between the frontliners to the DOH to the Malacanang kaya hindi nakaabot sa kinauukulan natin. So obviously, there is a problem in communication. So ang nakakalungkot kasi dito, ibinabalik yung sisi doon sa mga tao on the ground, which is really sad kasi hindi dapat ganun. So ngayon na nakarating na sa Pangulo, sana magtuloy-tuloy yung binibigay nila na tulong at suporta dito sa mga frontliners natin. Kasi basically, the MECQ is not just a break for these people. Kasi ang lumalabas dito, okay, magbe-break yung ibang frontliners, tas merong mga ipapalit para tuloy-tuloy lang. Parang hindi nila nagigets yung problem na sobrang um, how do I say this? Parang sobrang pagod na itong mga frontliners natin, yung health system mismo natin on the brink na of failures dahil nga sobrang dami na. So, ayun, let's see kung ano yung magiging way forward ng IATF dito.
Siguro, Jules, kailangan natin i-highlight no, na itong break ay hindi po para lang makapagpahinga ang mga frontliners. Hindi ito parang wait lang, break lang from Hell Week, mapapahinga lang tayo, sem break, ganyan. Hindi. Umaasa rin po ang community at ang buong public na sa break na ito, dito sa MECQ, ay maging panahon din para sa isang strategic na pagpaplano at pag-address sa mga concerns ng healthcare system, ng healthcare workers at lahat ng the general public actually. Also, this shouldn't be a waiting game for a vaccine that is supposed to be just around the corner or something that we can expect by December or something that we are at the mercy of any country who would give us the vaccine, first dibs of vaccine na asahan natin. With the assurance of the government that we have sufficient funds to purchase this vaccine, etc. This shouldn't be a waiting game. While we're waiting for the vaccine, we have to be proactive and i-highlight natin yung isa sa panawagan ng community, ng healthcare workers also na they're calling for experts and team players in the government in addressing this pandemic. Yes, that's it from
It's a really long and complicated. I'm not sure if it's complicated because it's really obvious, but anyway, let's see how the IATF will deal with this one. Okay, so sunod naman, syempre pinag-uusapan din natin yung mga trending na mga topics, and of course, pag-usapan natin yan dito lamang sa Quarant Trend. Okay, trending nitong weekend, hashtag Cynthia Villar. Si Senadora, our number one senator in the 2019 elections, number one din sa trending nitong weekend. Dahil dito sa kanyang sinabi. Eya, care to explain. Ano ba nangyari dyan?
Sige, pakita muna natin ang direct quote.
Ayan.
Nag-trending ito over the weekend. Ayan, sabi ni Madam, hindi na siguro basically sinasabi niya na pagbutihin pa ng healthcare workers ang kanilang trabaho. This is in relation to the appeal for a break for the ECQ. Sana para makontrol muna yung dami ng mga pasyente, no, sa ating mga hospitals. But again, nilinaw na rin po ito ni Senator Villar. She clarified on Sunday that she was referring to the government officials as frontliners who should be the ones to work harder. Jules, mag-react ka muna before ko ituloy ang ating...
Ewan ko kasi siguro magkaibigan tayo, Eya. Alam mo naman yung naging usapan natin dito, talagang nakakapanggigil naman talaga kasi totoo ba na ibabato na naman natin sa mga frontliners natin na paghusayan pa nila? From the very start, from the word itself, frontliners, sila yung nasa pinakaharap na hanay na nakikipaglaban dito sa COVID-19, and this is the last thing that we need to give them. Actually, I couldn't even imagine na masasabi to ng isang public official. I mean, in the middle of this pandemic, yan ang sasabihin mo sa mga frontliners natin, 'di ba? Anong naitulong nun? And she's part of the legislative branch, 'di ba? Sila yung yes, may limitation kasi mga batas lamang yung mga magagawa nila, pero yung mga batas na yun yung mga ini-implement ng executive branch. But the main point is sana man lang naging inspirational man lang siya or motivational para sa mga frontliners natin, 'di ba? Sabihan mo ba naman na galingan pa nila, pag-usayan pa nila? 'Di ba parang mali na ibalik mo doon sa nagrereklamo. Nagrereklamo yung tao or kahit sinong grupo nagrereklamo dahil mayroong mali from the very start o mayroong kulang. Kaya hindi mo masisisi yung frustration ng mga tao at lalo na ng mga frontliners. It's been 5 months. Kaya it's obvious na makakarinig ka ng mga reklamo sa mga tao.
Basic ng communication. Kapag may reklamo o may feedback, i-acknowledge po muna natin ang sinabi ng tao bago po tayo mag-react ng kahit ano. But okay, going back to the topic in general, no. Whether or not kung sino man yung frontliners na nire-refer dun sa statement, kahit nakalimutan natin na ang konteksto ay kasunod na kasunod ng mga appeal ng healthcare workers, no frontliner should hear this na kailangan kulang pa o pag-usayan pa nila ang kanilang trabaho. Well, sige, meron palang konti. May mga ilan palang kailangan makarinig na pag-usayan nila yung mga trabaho nila. But to me, yes, it sounded sensitive for a lot of people. Kaya po naging trending ang topic na ito. Also, just to quote, no, sinabi ni Senator Villar, she said in an interview, we have to work harder and better, but I am not referring in particular to the medical workers or frontliners. We are referring to all of us and DOH and PhilHealth in particular. Siguro yung konteksto din nito, marami rin kasi bumabati ko sa kanya, sa knowing that she is well off, na consideration naman sa ECQ ang pagbubukas ng ekonomiya, na binabati ko siya na baka hindi niya naiintindihan ang pinagdaraanan ng masa. But again, there's an acknowledgement from everyone that this pandemic is a balancing act between the economy and the healthcare system and the general welfare of the public. And we all know that, but we also need greater leadership and strategic planning to address this pandemic. And that's what everyone is looking for.
Right. Okay, so tingnan pa natin kasi this government keeps on giving. Every day meron tayong nalalaman bago. Kanina nga pala, 'di ba, nalaman na rin natin na back to the National Youth Commission na rin pala itong si Cardema. So, ano kaya meron bukas? Anyway, pag-uusapan na lang din natin 'yan sa QuaranTalk. Pero syempre, isa rin sa mga pinag-uusapan natin. Yeah, marami mga nagko-comment ngayon. Mag-comment lang po kayo ng mga gusto nyong i-mention about our topic for tonight kasi very interesting din po ang ating topic ngayong gabi. Dito lamang yan sa Quarantine. Eya, sino ba ang makakapanayam natin ngayong gabi?
Nalibang ako, Jules, sa pagbabasa ng comment section. I'm so sorry. Pero guys, ngayon dito sa ating segment sa Think, makakasama natin ang isang social media specialist. And maybe he is a specialist in many aspects of the world when it comes to social media. Kasama, isa rin siyang instructor or lecturer on communication and advertising. Pero siguro mas kilala niyo siyang lahat bilang si Macoy.
Okay. Yeah, susubukan kong hindi ma-starstruck na naman. Lalagi akong nasa starstruck easily. Kaya naman, let's welcome Macoy DUBS in Quarantalk! Woo!
Hello! May audio ba ako, Jules? And
Yes, meron,
Aya?
meron.
Yes.
Okay.
Makoy, maraming salamat at napaunlakan mo ang aming pag-invite sa'yo dito sa Quarantalk. Talagang matagal ka na naming sinusubukan talagang makuha dito. And thank you so much for agreeing. Okay, Makoy, maraming salamat. Okay, simulan natin dito, of course, para mas makilala ka pa ng ating mga viewers. Siyempre, matagal ka na nagtitrending, lalo na during this pandemic dito sa Twitter, sa iba't ibang mga social media platforms, at syempre nakilala ka rin namin dun sa mga dati mong content, dun sa pagdadub mo at dun sa acting skills mo. Ano nga ba, balikan natin, ano nga ba yung pinakaunang viral hit mo dito sa social media, Makoy?
Oy, Jules, oo, nice question. Actually, matagal-tagal na. I started in 2017. Pagka-uwi ko from Qatar, kasi dati akong OFW. I worked in Qatar for almost a year. And then pag-uwi ko dito nung April 2017, I worked in an advertising agency. So, this started when I was working as a senior account manager sa isang creative agency. And then I was a frustrated copywriter kasi frustrated creative. So, yung frustration, nilalagay ko siya dun sa mga social media content. So, yung una kong ginawa, yung The Devil Wears Prada na screenshots,
Yes,
nung
yes.
August 2017, nilagyan ko ng Tagalog subtitle. And then, after few months, gumawa ko ng dub video, which is yung may boses ko na. So,
Mhm.
yun yung Mean Girls. So, doon na siya nag-start. December 2017, gumawa na ako ng page.
Okay.
Okay. Makoy, sa dami ng may mga favorite din ako mga clips mo actually. But,
Wow, thank you.
siguro, siguro yung pinaka nakasurpresa sa maraming tao recently ay ang pag-file mo ng petition against the anti-terror law. Tell us, ano yung hugot mo dito? At what prompted you to actually take a stand on this?
Actually, when the government is trying to pass the terror bill pa lang, binasa ko yung mga provisions, ganyan. And parang nung una talaga kinakabahan ako. Hindi yung kaba na parang eme-eme lang ay parang charot na kaba lang, but kaba in real life na talagang may tugatog ng dibdib because I've been very critical about the current situation or even about the government ever since the extrajudicial killings. So, with that kasi, yung platform ko, which is yung Macoy Dubs, I've been very critical with my content wherein I create satirical videos, di ba? Nagre-reenact ako ng mga usual scenarios in our life. And then nilalagyan ko ng hugot doon wherein nagpaparinig ako. Kinabahan ako because what if ma-red tag ako as terrorist? So kahit na hindi naman ako terorista, o sa mga nanonood ngayon, I'm not affiliated with any communist organization. I'm just a mere employee of an advertising agency and I teach in Letran. That's it. And I do content. That's it. So, yon. Ano yung reason ko bakit ako sumama dun sa COC, which means the Concerned Online Citizens, wherein kasama din namin yung mga iba't ibang social media influencers, content creators, basically mga talagang laging nag-voice out on social media. Ang concern namin kasi, Jules and Aya, is yung internet freedom. Like, kapag nag-zoom call ba tayo or kapag nag-zoom call ba kami, how can we be sure that we are protected, that we are safe from red tagging? 'Di ba? Yung mga ganong provisions. And yung hugot is that it's more of the internet freedom wherein malaya pa rin ba tayo makakapag-internet? We are the social media capital of the world. We are the largest social media users in Asia Pacific, and hindi natin maikakaila na since tayo may pinakamaraming numero, tayo rin na may pinakamaraming trolls, spreaders of fake news. We cannot deny that. That's why yung internet freedom, yun yung concern ng COC. Kaya kami nag-file. Kasi dun sa mga nag-file before, walang provision or walang concern about internet freedom or yung digital exercise. Kaya kami nag-file because we want to protect internet freedom. We want to protect our content. Etong ginagawa ninyo, like the Quarantalk, this is a form of, educational, informational content, and we want to avoid red tagging with Quarantalk or with Macoy DUBS or with any influencer out there. So, kaya kami nag-file ng petition against terror law.
Okay. So Makoy, of course, we're yet to see kung ano yung magiging action ng Supreme Court pagdating sa mga petitions kasi I believe more than 17, halos 20 petitions na atay na file against dito sa anti-terror law. So let's go back to the social media platform itself kasi this platform is very powerful, di ba? It's used by politicians para syempre magamit nila for their propaganda to make to make themselves look appear better or good or mabango, pogi, maganda sa social media. And yun nga, gaya na nabanggit mo, ang dami ring mga criticisms or pagsasalita nga ng mga kababayan natin. So ikaw, bilang isang social media influencers, kasi talagang pataas ang pataas yung mga following mo sa lahat ng social media accounts mo. Because of the anti-terror law, there could be a chilling effect kasi na manahimik na lang sila. Pero ikaw, ang napansin ko dun sa mga content mo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pag-produce mo ng mga content na very critical pa rin with the administration. So, coming from you, syempre for sure pinaguhugutan ka rin ng tapang ng iba't ibang mga social media influencers. Why should they continue creating content na critical pa rin at the same time? Pero may ingat pa rin kahit papaano.
I will not stop. Ibig ko sabihin, I will not stop from creating content that contains humor, but at the same time being critical with the current situation. Feeling ko kasi, Jules and Aya, it's really hard to be silent nowadays. I think the circumstances or the doings of these people are taking advantage of the COVID-19 situation. And yun kasi yung nakakalungkot eh. And with me, hindi ako titigil as long as we see wrongdoings, as long as we see bad things out there, as long as we don't feel or see any improvement of the current situation, we will voice out. But yes, I'm very careful right now because ang hirap din, 'di ba? We cannot say baka mamaya meron na palang umaano, pero ang hirap din. Pero ang akin naman, sige, vocal ka, Macoy, pero lagyan mo ng humor. Huwag yung basta lang tirada ng tirada. Mahirap din kasi kapag yung lagi kang titirada ng tirada or puna ng walang basehan. Kailangan meron kang checklist, kailangan meron kang facts. So that's very important as well when you give critical content or when you produce critical content. Minsan naman kasi kapag gumagawa din ako ng videos, minsan may konting pahaging, tapos parang it will leave to the viewer na, oy, I see what you did there. Parang, may pinaparinggan ka. Yung iba hindi nila napapansin yon. Depende rin talaga sa level ng understanding or intellect ng tao kung gaano siya ka-latched on dun sa current issues or current situation. So hindi tayo titigil. Go, go, go as long as we don't see any improvement but still careful.
Taking off from that, yung point mo on being careful At meron yung mga, kumbaga, shade. Sometimes we're throwing shade at some point in a tasteful manner. But let's talk about how can we now engage more people sa mga ganitong usapin? Acknowledging na iba-iba ang level of intellect, iba-iba ang level ng pagka-woke ng mga tao sa mga social issues. You have a platform and you are gaining traction continuously. What can you advise for content creators out there? How can we engage more people in the discussion of social issues in a non-offensive manner at kahit mga pa-shade-shade lang ay mapag-iisip
Mm-mm.
natin ng mga tao.
Yep. Nice one, Aya. Alam mo, feeling ko din, actually na-open up ko to dun sa mga friends ko rin nung college. Feeling ko, what needs to be done right now, most especially that it's already 2020 and September na rin next month. Hindi natin namamalayan tumatakbo yung August, matatapos yung August. But as long as we are nearing the elections, what needs to be done right now, as early as now, is voters education.
Yes.
Um, Actually, more webinars like this, more interviews with different people from different ranks, no, from officials to content creators to mga simpleng mamamayan, 'di ba, na naghahanap buhay talaga, na sila din yung mas nakakaramdam ng hirap na dinadanas natin ngayon, 'di ba, with the current situation. Sila dapat din yung dapat ma-touch natin and ma-invite sa mga webinars para mabigay nila yung perspektiba nila. And at the same time, para rin ma-educate yung mga nanonood sa mga ganitong platforms na ano ba yung type ng candidate or ano ba yung type ng government official na dapat mong iluklok, na dapat mong pagkatiwalaan. And bakit parang may mga checklist din tayo na ipe-prepare, something like that. So, of course, may mga nagsasabi, kasi kapag influencer or kapag content creator ka, mag-stick ka na lang dun sa ginagawa mo, na dapat, kung comedy ka, dapat magpatawa ka lang, or if you are into beauty and lifestyle, doon ka lang magstay. Huwag ka nang mag-latch into politics or huwag ka nang sumakay sa current issue. It depends Aya and Jules, it depends on the influencer or content creator if gusto niya magsalita. But right now kasi with the current situation, it's really hard to be silent, 'di ba? Kasi kahit hindi ka magpa-apekto, maapektuhan ka rin kalaunan, maapektuhan ka talaga. And that's why I really want to say this to the content creators or influencers na talagang na mga matataas na, ang taas na ng following, milyon ng following, shala, alta-alta talaga. Sometimes we need to fit sa mga sapatos ng mamamayan ng talagang simple. Para sila din maramdaman nila na, eto, wala na daw ayuda, ang dami ng utang. Tapos ikaw, papaganda ka pa din dyan, or pagwapo pamacho ka dyan. So, yung ganon, kumbaga, it's just having the right balance, kumbaga. You do your own content, but at the same time, hinihikayat mo din yung followers mo na maging critical thinkers also. Napunain kung ano yung napapansin nila, tanungin mo sila kung ano yung nararamdaman nila, what needs to be done. Yon.
Okay. So bale, Macoy, yan yung using social media for social good, 'di ba? Kasi yun nga, sayang nga naman yung reach nila kung magpapaganda or magpapapogi lang din sila. I mean, that's okay kung yun din naman yung very root nung start nila. But why not medyo contextualize it to the current happenings? Okay. Macoy, months ago na interview din namin si Janina Vela. So sikat din na vlogger. And natanong ko itong question na to kasi in this time, 'di ba, parang kapag magse-search ka sa Google, kahit mali pa yung i-search mo sa Google, may lalabas na source doon at magmumukhang tama yung mali mong iniisip. So gets mo yun? Parang lahat ng mga versions of truths lumalabas na diyan. So ikaw bilang isang social media influencer at communications lecturer din, papaano ba tayo magiging strategic lalo na for social media users na given na sobrang daming mga sources na lumalabas, papaano natin matutukoy kung ano yung pinaka-truth mismo?
Mm-mm. It's very based on experience lang din. Yeah, marami kasing social media sites, 'di ba? We're present across all platforms. So for me, I guess we really need, kumbaga personal level ha, we really need to choose our platform strategically. So it's not necessary na dapat active ka across all social platforms. But we can say that Facebook is the driver of misinformation. There are a lot of websites na lumalabas na hindi talaga factual, na fake talaga yung laman. So, I hate to say this, but minsan people should minimize the use of Facebook, most especially if they feel saturated already, and at the same time kung feeling nila na parang mayroon na silang content fatigue. Yun yung tinatawag natin, content fatigue, yung parang paulit-ulit na lang yung content, same news, bad news, good news, posts from other friends or family members. Yeah, you should minimize the use of Facebook para rin hindi ma-spread yung misinformation, because merong behavior ang mga tao minsan, 'di ba, na hindi nila binabasa talaga yung whole article pero sinishare na lang nila agad. Na to the point na gumagawa sila ng caption na clickbaitable. That's why kaya dumadami lalo yung nagpapanik. Magandang manifestation dito, Eya and Jules, was nung January, wherein nung nagkaroon ng Taal eruption, 'di ba?
Yes.
Tapos ang daming mga naglitawan ng news sites wherein yung mga bulkan daw sa ibang lugar, ibang bansa, nagpuputukan din. So parang meaning 2020 is a cursed year. It's gonna be the end of the world, mga ganyan. So it causes paranoia, it causes panic. That's why our tip, even in Letran, sa mga students namin, if you feel that you are oversaturated on Facebook, you minimize usage. You deactivate for 3 weeks. You detoxify from Facebook because ang daming misinformation na kumakalat. Number two also, and lastly, would be tayong mga users, internet users, we should be responsible kung ano ba yung mga news sites na babasahin natin. I'm not referring to any big four or big three publications in the country, but you knew it already, di ba? Kung saan ka dapat magbabasa ng balita. Hindi yung bigla na lang magpa-pop up dyan sa browser mo and then you will click it. It's not a good practice. So you read news, you read information from verified sources. And don't refer to the kumbaga international websites na parang kahina-hinala yung content.
Yes.
So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. So I guess yun yung dalawa. You minimize social media usage primarily on Facebook, and then personal level, dapat alam mo din kung paano mag-verify ng sources.
Thank you for that, Macoy. But before we let you go, maybe you can give tips or maybe advice on how it is more proper to deal with some trolls or some bashers on social media. And not just that, those people who give contrary views to what you posted maybe. Because some people would say, di ba may mga nagpo-police din sa atin na wag mo nang patulan or wag mo nang
Yeah.
But then, yeah, how do we become champions of the truth in the midst of trolls which you don't know whether you should talk to or not?
Okay. Thank you, Aya. Siguro, let's identify each platforms. Syempre, Facebook is the number one social media network. In terms of reach and engagement, yan ang may pinakamataas. And yan din yung may pinakamaraming users. To be honest, in the Philippines, there are a lot of Filipinos who relies to Facebook when it comes to information. That's why marami ring trolls na nasa Facebook. Secondly, Twitter. Twitter is, I think Twitter is more healthier than Facebook. There are a lot of critical thinkers, good conversationalists on Twitter compared to Facebook. But of course, marami ring trolls sa Twitter. Pero Jules and Aya, it's more easy. It's easier to identify trolls on Twitter compared to Facebook. Facebook kasi yung hirap i-identify eh. wala kang history. Instagram, wala naman, meron naman trolls, pero usually kasi ng trolls sa Instagram, mga pang-artista, mga pang-celebrities.
Mhm.
No, but wag natin galawin sa Instagram. Ibang arena naman ang entertainment eh. Politics tayo. But number one, if you encounter a troll on Facebook, halimbawa may pinost ka,
Mhm.
and then naka-public. So kapag public, madaling ma-share, hindi ba? And then kumalat, nag-viral. So syempre, kapag political ang post, hindi naman lahat tayo pare-parehas ng ideologies sa politics. So meron kang ma-encounter na talagang die-hard, meron kang ma-encounter na neutral, meron kang ma-encounter na hindi naman dilawan pero alam kung paano makipag-diskurso, hindi ba? Number one thing, when you engage with trolls, don't answer the trolls. Halimbawa, nakipag-away sa'yo sa comment section, don't answer the trolls. Kaya nga trolls they're hungry. Ginugutom mo sila. Gutom sila in general. That's their nature. Gutom sila makipag-away. Gutom silang sumagot sa content mo. Basically, gutom sila. But you as a user na nag-share ng content mo online, kapag may nakipag-away na troll sa'yo, wag mo nang sagutin. Kasi waste of energy. Waste of energy, waste of time. But of course, kapag hindi ka nagsagot sa kanila, waste of money on for them. So, don't engage with the trolls. That's for the comment section. Now, for the messenger naman, kung nag-send sa'yo ng private message, you block it agad. You block agad the troll. Oo, wag mo nang sagutin na, minsan kasi sasabihin ng troll, alam ko kung saan ka nakatira, bakla ka, ganyan, mamatay ka na. May mga ganun kasi, ako may mga natanggap akong ganyan, mga ad hominem talaga, na to the point na, wow, hindi mo nga ako kilala eh. I don't know you as well in person, so might as well, hindi na ako makikipag-engage sa'yo. So, number one rule, don't engage with the trolls, most especially on Facebook. Pare-parehas ng script yan. Okay? Meron niyang script. Iisa lang ang script niyan. So don't engage with them. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the pretty. Papangit ka lang. Charot. Twitter, kapag may troll, automatic, block mo na. Block mo na. Huwag mo nang sagutin. Huwag mo nang i-replyan na. Kasi sa Twitter, di ba, nakikita agad eh. Nag-up kasi, di ba, pag nireplyan mo yung thread. Pag gano'n, huwag mo nang replyan, i-block mo na. Block mo na. Lalo na, kung alam mo naman paano mag-check ng troll, pag feeling mo troll, tapos, August na ngayon, tapos kagagawa na ng account, August. Guys, the number one thing that you will notice sa troll sa Twitter, kagagawa lang ng account 3 months ago, with the current month, kuwari August, tapos kagagawa lang ng account noong June or May. Tapos, number 2, wala siyang tinitweet. Puro lang siya retweet. Puro retweet, oo. Tapos, die hard, Churvanes. And then, you go to tweets and replies, pero yung replies niya nandun. Tapos, yun yung mga nire-replyan, yung mga critical, di ba? Yung mga critical thinkers, yung mga nag-iisip. Block it. You block it na. As in, block mo na, bash. Wala na tayong patutunguhan dyan. So, yun yung tips. Dami nila ngayon, besh. Feeling ko talaga, yung ibang budget doon napunta. Charot. I'm so sorry to say this, but feeling ko talaga malaki-laki ang army. But kaya kayo din, I mean, kaya sabi namin magkakaibigan nung nagkape kami last week, mas marami yung trolls compared sa ating tayong mga tao. Tayo, Jules, mas marami sila sa atin. Kaya, sa mga nanonood sa Quarantalk, this is a clarion call for you guys kung sino yung mga nag-iisip din, di ba, na critical but at the same time who wants this country to be better. Yun naman ang gusto natin maging maayos ang bansang Pilipinas. This is a clarion call for you. This is the platform Quarantalk for you na makikayat kayo na okay, kung die hard ka pa din, isip-isip ka na kasi hindi talaga healthy, friend. So, ang dami ng trolls, but tayo, Jules, kailangan tayo yung mas dumami. So, I think yun yung akin.
Ayan nga, may sinabi nga yung isang nag-comment, mas maraming trolls kesa health workers, mas may fund sila, hahaha. Pero totoo yan, Makoy, kasi 'di ba minsan ang nakaka-alarm na kung ano yung mas maraming likes. Dahil maraming likes yung isang content, yun na lang yung paniniwalaan ng mga tao kasi maraming likes eh. Pero hindi
Mm-mm.
nila naiisip na baka fabricated lang yung mga likes na yun because of the
Mm-mm.
trolls. Kasi nga may mga
Mm-mm.
armies tayong tinatawag. Okay, so ayan yan yung mga practical tips na binigay sa atin ni Makoy. Kasi ako before Makoy, siguro pre-pandemic ang lagi ko
Mm-mm.
sinasabi, engage with the tools kasi parang hayaan lang ba natin sila mag-iwan ng mga arguments diyan na kakaiba tapos hindi natin sila sasagutin. Parang ang sinasabi ko, kapag nag-comment sila ng ganun, sagutin mo lang once, give your piece, tas iwanan mo na para at least mapaisip din ibang tao na, okay, baka mali nga naman si troll. Pero yun nga, especially in this time of pandemic, ang taas ng anxiety ng lahat ng tao. Siguro
Yes,
better,
super.
diba? Better yet na lubayan na muna natin itong mga trolls na to. Yeah?
That's right. Mm-mm. That's right, Jules.
Oh, okay, nawala si Ayan. Ayan, nakamute ka.
Nakamute si E.
Sinilence ka na, Eya.
I was silent. Jules, Guiang, may control ka naman sa aking
I can't.
voice. Anyway, you control the voice, okay? Okay, Makoy, before we let you go, maybe your last words and last reminders, pahuling salita at maybe call to action, lalo na sa panahon ito.
Mm-mm. First of all, Jules and Aya, thank you very much, guys, for inviting me to QuaranTalk. I really appreciate it, guys. And Jules, I've read your story. I've been ang pangit kong sabihin ko to, I've been watching you. Ang pangit, 'di ba? Parang ano to, stalker. Hindi. I mean, I've been watching you in PTV4 before, and then yun nga, and then shit happens. I'm so sorry, Jules, but you know what? Everything will fall into place in the proper timing, and at the same time, Jules, there's a reason why. And I know it's a good reason, okay? So, wag tayong panghihinaan ng loob. Okay lang yan. May kalalagyan ka, Jules, at maganda ang kalalagyan mo. Same with you, Aya. And to the youth naman, or to the, to the viewers, of course, thank you very much as well, no, for watching QuaranTalk. This is actually a good platform to spread education, information, and of course, positivity online. Given the current situation, talagang nakaka-stress mga beshimis, di ba? Mga sesames. Super stressful ang mga kaganapan di tikwa. I mean, parang every Friday yata, Jules and Ea, lagi may pasabog, di ba? Parang, sa Twitter, nagugulat na lang ako, may mga nag-trending, and then, ay, pasabog na naman.
Mhm.
Alam nyo, kung pwede lang talaga magsampa ng kaso for deteriorating my mental health, ay ginawa ko na talaga. But anyway, this kind of show like QuaranTalk will give you an insight, an idea na, okay, they're doing this, Jules and AI is doing this because they want to keep you sane, right? So thank you very much, guys. And starve the trolls. Don't reply to them. And follow the right content creator or influencer for you na may pinaniniwalaan, may pinaninindigan. Thank you, everyone.
Starve the trolls. Okay, maraming salamat, Makoy. Makoy, bago ka umalis, may isang lawyer na nag-message, idol ka raw ng anak niya. Batiin mo raw yung to? Si Raja. Raja pangalan niya. Yan siya. Fit-fit, oh.
Raja, hi Raja. Ay, ang bata pa ni Raja, ha?
Mm.
Attorney, thank you very much po. Ingat din po tayo always. Thank you, Raja. Hello, hello.
Okay. Makoy, maraming salamat at sana ito ang pinaka una sa series na mausapan natin in the future. Muli maraming salamat, QuaranTalk, na kapanayam natin. Macoy Averilla. Yan ang
Thank
kanyang
you. See
tunay
you
na
soon,
pangalan.
guys.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Good night, Macoy.
Good
Thank you
night,
so much.
everyone. Good night, Aya and Jules.
Good night.
Thank you, good
Ayan.
night.
So,
Wait, hindi ko natanong, Jules,
ano yun?
hindi natin itanong ang social media handle ni Makoy, pero ito siya. Ipa-flash ko
Oo.
sa ating screen. If you want
Yeah,
to
Macoy
follow
Dub.
his content, go to Twitter and that's his Twitter handle. Okay.
Di ba ang
Jules, back to
daming
you.
mga wisdom na na-impart sa atin ni Macoy. Talaga lumabas yung professor niya, di ba? He's from Letran, teaching there, communications and advertising. Maraming salamat, Makoy. Ayan so pagdating sa mga trolls, we starve the trolls. So let's try not to engage with them. Silipin muna natin kung sino yung mga kausap natin. And let's be wiser online. Kasi yun nga di ba, grabe yung anxiety ngayong pandemic. Dadagdagan pa ba natin to? Kung papakita natin na nagalit tayo dun sa mga trolls na yun. Kasi basically, pag nagalit tayo at nag-reply sa kanila, bukod sa kikita sila, nakuha pa nila yung gusto nila na galitin tayo.
Yes. And with that, it's a reminder to still use your voice and use your platforms, but take proper care also and be mindful, be respectful po. And also, as Makoy said, please check the social media, the sites, the websites that you use for referring to your news, daily news, and news updates, especially in this critical times.
Right. Okay, on the last note, of course, we also feature ambags, kung ano ba ang ambag ng ating mga kababayan sa panahon ng pandemya. Okay, Eya, ano ba ang ating ambag for tonight?
Yes, guys, do check out Arts for a Cause on Facebook. We also have a website that's flashed on your screen, artsforph.com. Ito po ay isang grupo ng mga volunteer artists who are donating their art pieces for the benefit of our frontline workers. So, kung kayo po ay magpa-purchase ng artwork o magpa-participate sa auction ng mga photographs and paintings and portraits from that website, ang proceeds po ay mapupunta sa ating frontline workers for PPEs also and other needs. So, ayan, please check Arts for PH on Facebook and their website is artsforph.com. That's it,
Okay.
Jules.
So ayan po, we have a brand new week ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen, friends. Tomorrow, it's the main agenda hosted by Jermaine Halandoni Derunya. So abangan po natin kung anong pag-uusapan nila dyan. On Wednesday, dito po sa QuaranTalk, pag-uusapan natin itong COVID budget tracker. Saan nga ba napupunta itong pera ng taong bayan na inilabas ng ating pamahalaan para sa COVID? On Thursday, Eya, ano ang abangan nila?
Sa Throwback Kasaysayan po kasama si Professor Gio Guiang, pag-uusapan ang history ng social revolutions. Ayan, paano nagsimula, paano nag-evolve, at ano ang matututunan natin sa mga yon. Friday,
And,
Jules.
yes?
Jules,
Yes, Friday, mga kwento ng pag-asa naman. Ngayong pandemya, yan po ang pag-uusapan natin. And of course, sobrang dami namin mga surprise sa inyo on Thursday night. After Throwback Kasaysayan, wag po muna agad kayo matulog after ng Throwback Kasaysayan dahil meron kaming surprise sa inyong lahat. This week nyo malalaman, meron tayong brand new show na ilo-launch.
Yes,
Okay, Leah?
10:30 p.m. on Thursday. Abangan nyo po. 10:30 p.m. on Thursday. Feeling ko magugustuhan nyo talaga to. Kasi this is something that you may be missing for the past couple of months habang nasa quarantine tayo. So that's very exciting. Please follow us on Facebook para sa mga updates, facebook.com/Quarantalk Media. And do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Quarantalk Media.
Yes. Okay, Eya, go ahead.
Yeah, so follow Jules on Twitter at Jules Guiang and follow him on Instagram at Jules Guiang. Hindi ko pala alam ko nasa yung left and right ko.
And follow Eya on Instagram, Twitter, Eya_Antonio, and Eya Antonio on Twitter, on Instagram.
See you guys ulit. Kita-kita ulit tayo dito sa daldalang walang curfew.
Usapang hindi nalalockdown. This is QuaranTalk. See you all this week. Bye-bye.